Okay, this is a short demo video showing how the Stova and Meetingmax integration works and how it appears to guests. So as you can see, I'm in my Stova account right now inside an event. If I go into Advanced Settings and click on Integrations, here I will see the Meetingmax integrations for this event. So if I click on Meetingmax settings, I can get this set up so that this event in Stova integrates with an event that I've created in Meetingmax. So if this is off, I would just click the on button. I need to input the Meetingmax event ID. So if I go into my Meetingmax system, I've already created the Stova Meetingmax integration event. Here's the event ID here, the 8763. I just take that number and copy it in here. This event is already connected, but if I didn't have it connected with it, you can see it's easy here just to put in the API key and the system identifier, which you can quickly find in Meetingmax under the API tab. So here is that key, and up here it confirms that the system identifier is 5 to access the API. So that information is inputted. And then if I go down here, you have the option to basically choose whether you want groups to book rooms or if you want each individual person to book rooms. You can work with your account manager to decide how you want to set this up, if you want to only allow one attendee to register and book a room or if you want to allow multiple. This button here allows you to sync any fields or subblocks within, I think it's called categories in Stova, with subblocks in Meetingmax, which I've already done. This field here is all about attendee field mapping. So whatever information is input during registration in Stova will then be carried over to the reservation in Meetingmax. So you can see it's really basic. Email will go to email, prefix will go to salutation, and so on. And then the last one is the category subblock mapping. So that when you synced it, this is what pulls over. So you can see here I have some different attendee categories set up in Stova for VIPs and exhibitors. These are going to match the subblocks in Meetingmax. So if someone registers under the VIP category in Stova, they will be pushed to the VIP subblock inventory in Meetingmax. And again, you can make these whatever you want to be. So it could be staff, it could be speakers, it could be based on region that attendees are coming from, different things like that. Yeah, so that's all set up in Meetingmax. So let's go through and make a registration in Stova, and I'll show you how that then goes over into Meetingmax. So if I click on my Stova link, this is a very basic registration in Stova. You can build this out to look however you want. We're going to click on New Registration. I'll input my email address. So again, this is where those categories are. You're going to be primary, VIP, or exhibitors, and this will correlate to the subblocks you've already set up in Meetingmax. So I'm going to be a primary registrant. My information is already saved in here, but if it wasn't, the attendee would just go in and type their information and then hit continue. So again, this is a very basic registration. That's already complete. So you can see at the end of registration, the guest can print their record. And then up at the top here, there's a button that says Meetingmax Hotels. So by clicking on that, this is where the API is pulling that integration and it's pushing that registrant over to the reservations within Meetingmax. So now we're in the Meetingmax application and the attendee can go through and book their hotel room. So this is where they can come in and pick their preferred dates. Let's do the 18th to the 21st. I want one room. You can choose in Meetingmax whether you want to limit it to one room per guest or have multiple rooms per guest. We'll just do one room here. And then because I'm in the primary attendee category, I can see all of the hotel room availability. Again, this can be customized to suit the branding for your event. We'll just book one room at the headquarter hotel. And we'll add that to booking. Perfect. So this is where you can see the information that I inputted into Stova is pulling over into Meetingmax. Just need to add a few additional things and confirm the email. Again, that guest information is pulling over from Stova into Meetingmax. The guest will need to re-input their card information just for security purposes. That would not pull over. Okay, check the privacy policy, move ahead to review. And this is where the guest can just confirm their reservation details, confirm their room reservation agreement, and check out. Perfect. Okay, so that's basically the flow from a guest registering in Stova and then coming through to the Meetingmax reservation site. What's great is if I do go to new search, so I have set this event up so that each registrant can only reserve one hotel room. So if I try to book again through that same link, it's going to give me this message. It's custom messaging. It says each registrant can reserve one hotel room. If you would like to reserve additional rooms, please register again. So if I go into my event in Meetingmax under the API tab, this is where you can choose if you want to enforce attendee. So I've said yes, one room per attendee. And this is that information that just came up. If I was to somehow get a hold of this link as the attendee and try to book without registering, again, I'm going to be told a message. You must register for this event before booking your hotel room. Each registration can reserve one hotel room. So this, again, is the enforce attendee feature, and you can either turn this on or off within Meetingmax, whether you want to limit the number of rooms per attendee or allow them to book multiple. That's a high-level overview of the integration.